Today's event is part of the outreach project that we have going on here. So that was funded by the Heritage Council this year under the Community Outreach Project. My colleague Catherine, who's gone home now, Catherine McCormick, was employed as an outreach person on site and also organised today's event in collaboration with some of UCD School of Archaeology's Experimental Archaeology and Ancient Technologies group. So we've had a whole range of things going on today, from kind of child-friendly events, balloon modelling and that kind of stuff. Also we have an experimental archaeology core to this, so we have some people there doing flint working and casting of bronze. So I think it's gone very well. It's been a beautiful day for it, so I hope everyone's enjoyed it.
We're here from the UCD School of Archaeology. We're putting on a demonstration, so we have two different bays here. We're doing a napping demonstration here, so which would equate to prehistoric Ireland, the Mesolithic period and the Neolithic period. Mesolithic, so Middle Stone Age, associated with hunter-gatherers moving around the countryside, and the Neolithic, New Stone Age, where farming first takes a hold in Ireland. Again, we're just showing people some of the techniques and skills that would have been developed in making stone tools. So if I strike here, I can take off a nice little flake there, which may not seem like much, but this is razor sharp, the edges of it. And this particular one, what I can do is I can start shaping it, always working from this one particular side. And what we have here is a scraper, a flint scraper. So I've removed that razor sharp edge. And what we can do is that can be hafted, can be put on a handle, and it can be used for scraping the inside of a hide.
Bellows based on Bronze Age bellows into a furnace, also based on Bronze Age upright furnace. At the moment we're just heating the crucible in order to put metal into it to solidify. After that, on the top there on the right hand side is a mould. It's preferably to heat the mould before you pour the metal into, so it doesn't just crack. Here it's a two-piece mould, but you can make them in a lost wax, where you'd make a wax. I don't know if you can see the outline of a cannula or brooch. Sometimes we can make them out of wax and put a sand and clay mix together, and you'd heat that up and all the wax would run out of the opening there and leave the void, and then you would pour your melting metal into the mould.
If you can't get flint, you have to use other materials. So in Ireland we also have chert, which is very, very similar. Chert and flint are almost the same. So we have chert in Ireland, that gets used. But particularly when it comes to the manufacture of stone axes, you will find other materials being used. What we have here is shale. This comes from the west coast of Ireland. Again, the importance is fine grain. So this shale, very fine grained. I was able to nap it, make these removals to give me that shape I wanted for the blade edge. And then after that, it's a matter of sitting down and grinding to get that uniform shape I want. So shale, one of the important ones for making stone axes, but the most important one is porcelainite. And this particular one here, this example I brought along with me, is not a replica. This is actual archaeological, and this is a broken rough out. Somebody 6,000 years ago was sitting making a stone axe, and there was a natural flaw running through the material, you can see here, and it broke. And they probably had not particularly nice things to say about the actual stone, but that is archaeological.
We've had 2 seasons so far of excavation here at the Hill of Ward, which have been really successful. So far we've looked at the sections of the Great Enclosure, that large tri-vallet hill fort that underlies the present upstanding monument. We've looked at sections of the upstanding monument, and we've also looked at portions of that smaller southern enclosure. And of course that's where we had our big find in 2014 of the child burial down in the bottom of the ditch. Fingers crossed that we'll be back in 2016 for another season of excavation, and hopefully we'll find out more about this monument.